Welcome to Beyond the Boardroom, the podcast for leaders, change makers, and purpose-driven souls who believe business can be both powerful and human. I'm your host, Demiri, founder of JD Consulting, culture shaper, connection creator, and champion for authentic, connected leadership. Here we go deeper than metrics and meetings. We explore the real stories, raw moments, and bold ideas that shape how we lead and who we become in the process. From workplace culture to conscious strategy, from self-leadership to systems that truly serve, this is where heart meets business. So grab a coffee, take a breath, and join me as we go beyond the boardroom. Welcome back to Beyond the Boardroom, Leading with Purpose and Connection. Today's conversation is about something deeply important: pathways to meaningful employment for people living with disabilities and how community-centered support can unlock confidence, skills, and opportunity. I'm joined by Steve Brown, the Disability Employment Manager at Orange Basket Community Services. With more than 20 years of experience in the disability employment sector, Steve has helped countless people living with disability to both secure and maintain meaningful paid employment, not just a job, but a sense of purpose, dignity, and belonging. At the heart of Orange Basket is a practical and innovative approach, an NDIS mentorship program built around a fully operational café that's open to the public. This isn't training wheels. It's real experience, real customers, and real confidence building, supported by mentors who understand the strengths and challenges of each participant. In today's episode, Steve will share how Orange Basket's NDIS program works, the skills and support participants gain through real workplace experience, how to express interest if you want to be part of the program, what meaningful employment really looks like, and how community support makes it possible. Whether you're a participant, family member, support coordinator, or leader in the disability and employment space, this conversation will give you practical insight, hope, and clarity about connecting with Orange Basket and build a pathway to work that's empowering and sustainable. Let's dive in. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, thanks for being here. So, Steve, you've been supporting people with disability into employment for over 20 years. What first drew you to this work?
Well, I'd been working in Telstra for 28 years, and when I left there, I fell into a meeting at a barbecue with Kevin Rudd's wife, who talked about opportunities with an employment service that she'd purchased, and I took on the opportunity to run a project with her. And at the end of the project, I thought, that's I had never heard of disability employment services. In all the years I'd been in HR and recruiting people, I'd never been approached by anyone from a disability sector to hire anyone. And on this project, I became involved in a company that hired people with disabilities. At the end of the project, I thought, that would be fantastic. I could devote myself to doing that. So I found a lovely lady called Lindy who gave me an opportunity to learn disability employment services, and I've stuck with that for over 20 years. I met Dale from Orange Basket about a year ago, and the opportunity arose to join him at Orange Basket Community Services. So here I am. Just meant to happen, I think.
Yeah, great.
Continuing to work with people with disabilities into employment.
Yeah. And I mean, I frequent the cafe quite regularly, and it's not just the cafe, and we will talk about that later as well. But yeah, I enjoy walking into the space. There are two cafes here in Adelaide now. And I really enjoy walking into the space, being welcomed really, really warmly by the participants that have the roles, as well as also the people that's supporting them. So it's a really, really warm and friendly environment. And I'm curious though, what have you learned about people's potential when giving them the right support and opportunity?
That is a very good question. I've been absolutely astounded. As I said, I first fell upon Orange Basket about a year ago, February 2025. So I've had that time to see people start off there and grow over the last year. people who I thought were non-verbal and just sitting there rocking are now coming up to me saying, "Hey, Steve, how's your day? How you going?" It's been life-changing for them and just has astounded me in the change in people just being given an opportunity to work. And I've interviewed a lot of them, and they never ever talk about the job itself. They never talk about cleaning tables or making a coffee or filling the dishwasher. It's always about people. It's always about greeting customers. They love doing that. They love the camaraderie of their colleagues. So it's always about people, and I've seen huge changes in people. So it's absolutely heartening to work there and be part of that.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm curious as well, like this is obviously a really, really great example of how beautiful it is to work with people with disabilities and helping them get meaningful work. But what makes this work both challenging? And I mean, you sort of already talked about the deeply rewarding side of it for you personally. But if you can maybe elaborate a little bit on the challenges and maybe go a bit deeper on the rewarding parts of it.
Well, the challenges are people come to me, usually parents or support coordinators, not knowing what Orange Basket is truly about. So I explain to them, and I just say, just give it a go. So we offer mentorships for people who have disabilities, and the mentorship program is NDIS funded, so they have to have an NDIS plan. And so we offer mentorship in properly run cafes. There's one at Hackham and another one at O'Sullivan's Beach Road at Lonsdale. We have fully qualified chefs, fully qualified baristas, training people with disabilities. The challenges are that everyone is an individual and they all learn at their own pace, but they're given an opportunity to learn at their own pace. So when people advance in leaps and bounds, it's deeply rewarding to see that. I saw a chap recently who had some experience in working in hospitality. One of the things he was learning to do was to make an egg and bacon roll. And when I was just watching, he turned to me and said, I've never had the opportunity to cook bacon before. He said, "This is fantastic." I said, "Is that something you can take home and cook eggs and bacon at home?" "Oh, absolutely." So there are things they can learn that they can take home and do for their family. So that is deeply rewarding.
Yeah, yeah, beautiful. So can you describe a little bit more about Orange Basket, the mission, and do that in your own words? And how does that translate into sort of the program and real life?
Well, Orange Basket's mission is very much what my mission has been for a long time, to help people living with disabilities to develop valuable skills and find meaningful employment. And I work with the people in the cafes and watch them develop their skills to the point where they would be eligible for a supported wage, which means they would be assessed on their productivity. It's something that is a little bit frightening for them, but it means that with that assessment, they can be paid a proper wage in open employment, in an open cafe. So to earn money, I spoke to a chap just the other day saying, "Steve, my rent's increased. What can I do?" I said, "Well, why don't you come and work at Orange Basket and we can pay you a wage?" And he was astounded. He said, "Is it that easy?" I said, "It is that easy." So their mentorships. We also have the opportunity through the good graces of the Onkaparinga Council and also the state government, the Department of Human Services and Nat Cook have given us some funding grants to take on a limited number of people with disabilities to work in the cafe that don't have a current NDIS plan for a period of about 6 weeks, 2.5 hours a week, to just learn the skills to see if this industry is for them. And whilst they're there, we will assist them to try and obtain their NDIS. So it's a huge opportunity with both Onkaparinga Council and the state government, who recognise that there are some people who just fall through the cracks and just need to be given an opportunity to work in an excellent place like Orange Basket to get real assistance in the real world.
So what you're saying is you're not only helping people on an NDIS plan, you're also helping people that don't have an NDIS plan to potentially receive an NDIS plan.
That's correct. Yes. Like the funding is limited and will run out, but I'm sure that in the future there may be an opportunity for further funding.
Mm,
But the successes I've seen so far have been fantastic on people who've come for whatever reason. They've not been granted an NDIS plan, or they're in the process of doing, and we're there to assist them. And whilst they're in the cafe, in the rural environment, we can observe their behaviours and do a report on what issues they have
mm.
to assist in their NDIS applications.
Yeah. And I guess you were saying so eventually NDIS funding will run out, and you're not the first person I hear that from. I have a lot of people in sort of the NDIS space that I know, and all of them are saying eventually it will run out. And I feel creating an opportunity like that through Orange Basket will help people be able to look after
Into the
themselves and
future to
that,
move into open employment.
yeah, exactly,
Absolutely.
exactly, yeah.
So
So
that's one of my main goals, is to
yeah,
try and assist them into open employment if it's at all possible for them. So,
yeah, that's really, really great. And what makes the mentorship program at Orange Basket different from other employment programs for people with disabilities?
from what I've seen, Orange Basket is one of the few organisations that take people with a long-term disability and put them into an open environment, in
Mm,
a properly run, um, safe, supportive environment, to learn
mm,
how to operate in a cafe, with the opportunity to be paid as well.
mm,
So it's fully supportive. One-on-one supports are provided with fully trained NDIS support workers,
mm,
fully qualified chefs, fully qualified baristas, but wrapped around with a supportive environment. And it couldn't be better
mm.
for them to learn to work in hospitality in
Yeah,
a properly run cafe. And I don't see that anywhere else.
yeah,
And people come to me all the time, particularly parents, and say, "Why didn't I know about Orange Basket before?" And when I onboard their son, daughter, niece, nephew, whatever,
mm,
they come back to me later, and it is unbelievable, the change. Um, and they're so happy
yeah,
for their loved one to be given an opportunity to work and be paid, whereas it might not have been an opportunity in the past for them.
yeah, yeah. And I feel it's really, really important that human interaction. I mean, it is
Yes,
like one of our basic needs is connection and human interaction and being around other people. And I feel in the past there has been sort of that practice of excluding people with disabilities because they were different and no one knew how to interact in inverted commas with them or talk to them, while I talk to you know, the girls and boys, women and men in Orange Basket like I talk to everyone else. So it's really just, well, treating them like a normal human being and be respectful and polite. And you would be surprised
exactly.
the warmth that actually comes back from them.
Yep. Um, I know it's hard to believe that they could be anywhere else and not be treated respectfully,
Yeah.
or anything else, but I've only ever seen people treated respectfully at the
Yeah.
cafes. We also run a laundry.
Yeah, great.
We have a paper shredding service,
Mm,
a commercial paper shredding service. We also have a day options at Sullivan's Beach for people. Um, but my observation is the same as yourself. In the
yeah.
cafes, you treat people with respect,
Yeah.
and it changes their lives, and they feel wholesome, feel as if they're a whole person.
Yeah.
Um, their disability just disappears into the background.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So we have the two cafes. We have the paper shredding service and the laundry. And what I will do later on is as well put all the details to connect into the show notes so people know how
Thank
to
you.
make use of those services. But besides that, I believe there are a couple of fundraising events that you guys doing as well too. yeah, support the mentorship programs to help the cafes. Tell me a little bit more about some of those initiatives.
We quite often have a sausage sizzle
Mhm,
fundraising event, which has been warmly sponsored by Woolworths at Morphettvale in the recent times,
mhm,
where they've made donations of foodstuffs for us, sausages and the like. They are well attended, but the principal event we've got coming up on the 3rd of June is a major fundraising event in the city, and we'd encourage people to book a table to help support us. That's probably the biggest opportunity we have during the year is the 3rd of June. We
mhm,
have an auction. We have very supportive people donate excellent items for auction.
mhm.
And if anyone is interested, you can either go to our website at orangebasket.com.au or simply give us a ring on our main number, 8333 7270.
Yeah, perfect. And I guess so you said it's in the city, so it's at a venue with like a dinner, is that right? And a little bit of,
That's
yeah.
right. There's a dinner and there's entertainment.
Hmm.
It's $100 a seat. Tables of 10. So we're looking for team captains. If anyone's interested in organising their social group to attend and support us, please give us a ring on 8333 7270 to make a booking. Yeah, we'd love to have you on board to help support us.
Yeah, perfect. And yeah, I believe numbers are limited as well. So you are looking at around the 100 people, 100
That's right.
yeah.
That's right. We're not at that level yet, so we are still looking for more people that are
Yeah.
interested in helping us fundraise by attending that excellent event in the evening. Yeah, 3rd of June. Remember that date. Book that
Perfect.
date in. So if you have a group of families, friends, work colleagues that
Yeah.
want to get a table together, give us a ring.
Yeah, perfect. And again, I'll pop all those details for the fundraiser into the show notes as
Thank
well.
you.
Now, a big part of your role is leadership. How would you define leadership in the context of community services and disability employment?
Leadership is shown by example, and a large part of what I do is going to different community organisations, spreading the word about the existence of Orange Basket. A lot of people have not. It's a well-kept secret, Orange Basket Community Services is a well-kept secret. No, it is, and I invite them to meet me at one of the cafes,
Mm,
um, and they can see what a lovely environment it is. And you yourself, as you said, you've
yeah.
been there. Nat Cook is a regular visitor there as well.
Mm,
Um, it's just a safe, supportive environment where we have team leaders in charge of the cafes, and
mm,
they are fantastic at dealing with their staff on a one-on-one level. Fully supportive. Everyone does their jobs at their own speed. No one's forced in any way, but they're all given an opportunity to run through all of the tasks at a cafe. We call them all stations, like operating the coffee machine is a station, operating the till is a station. They get the opportunity, if they want, to prepare food, to cook food, bake banana bread. I saw baking yesterday.
yes.
Smells absolutely fantastic.
Oh.
Just the smell in the kitchen is absolutely unbelievable,
Mm,
and to see the looks on their faces when they've made uh, a plate of cupcakes and decorate them is unbelievable.
mm,
And I've said to some of the participants, you need to take some of them home to your parents. They will not believe that you've made them there today.
mm,
Um, so leadership is all about caring, showing the way, um, handling behaviours. There are people with behaviours, but if
mm,
they're treated respectfully, that's fine.
yeah.
Everyone with a disability with an NDIS plan is encouraged to approach us by ringing 8333 7270 and just book a time to come in, have a look around, and see if that's suited to you.
Yeah, wonderful. And I guess how do you and you were talking about the team leaders. How do you inspire and empower those team leaders to hold space for participants with diverse needs and goals? Or yeah, how do you support them and
So
inspire?
these are fully qualified chefs and fully qualified as support
Mm,
workers, and they are given basically the reign of the
mm,
cafe to run it Obviously, we're there to offer assistance, but they're pretty much given free rein. The cafes, the cafe at Hackham runs from 8:30 in the morning till 2:30 in the afternoon, and on Fridays from 8:30 in the morning until 7 at night. And there is an evening meal, and so people are given the opportunity to learn to prepare an evening meal for customers that come in.
Yeah, great. What do you think are the biggest misconceptions organizations have about hiring people with disability?
The misconception is that they can't do the work or just will never learn, but it's just not the case. Some people need to be shown things over and over. Some people have memory problems, but they all do learn, and they just need the opportunity to show what they can do. And when they succeed in doing something, the look on their face, the joy and the hand clapping, and as was pointed out to me the other day, we had an assessor come to do one of these assessments, and he nudged me, and I looked, and everybody in the kitchen was dancing. That it was just heartwarming that they'd all decided all instantaneously to dance. They're having such a good time.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's really beautiful as well to see workplaces and a workplace culture that's actually warm and supportive, and there's no agenda because everyone just wants to be happy and content within themselves. So that's great.
And learn at their own pace.
Yeah.
And be just treated as an individual. That's the thing. They just want to be treated as an individual.
Yeah.
A lot of them want to move towards independence. That's a very common theme I hear. With the parents, they realise the parents are not going to be there forever, so they want to live their own lives and become independent as best they can. No better way than earning a wage.
Yeah, yeah. And when you help the participants go sort of into open employment, is there also support on educating the future employers about how, how the particular participant may require some support in the workplace?
Yeah. That is an excellent question, because finding an employer who just gets disability is such a crucial role to the success of the person going forward once they leave Orange Basket. So that's why we look or I personally look for relationships with companies that will provide that supportive environment in full open employment. So that's a key thing, is that they understand people living with a disability, understand their needs. There are a lot of employers out there who do just get it. Quite often they'll have a relative who suffers from a disability, and they understand that they just need to be given a go, and so they do that in return. So that's a large part of my role, is to find those sorts of employers who just understand disability, and we have like a like nature.
Yeah.
One of those companies is called Second Chances, and we've partnered with them to open a cafe as the front door of their opportunity shop, located at 39 O'Sullivan Beach Road. So that's a recent venture that we've started with Second Chances, who take on people who may have been recently released from a correctional facility, where they volunteer and just be given an opportunity as well to work out in the open world. So we've been partnering them for a while, and we're looking for other opportunities to do similar things.
Yeah. And yes, you were saying that there are a lot of businesses knowing what to do with NDIS or disability, and some don't. So how can businesses better create truly inclusive workplaces rather than, in inverted commas, just be compliant or ticking a box? Or so how can they better understand how to be more inclusive?
Well, we have good links into Business Network International. We have good representation there with major leaders of businesses in the Adelaide Southern area that we deal with on a regular basis. And so the regular weekly meetings with them gives us an opportunity to educate and work with them to help them better understand the issues that people living with disabilities have in the world of employment.
Yeah, great.
So that's one really good way that we do spread the word, as it were, about disability employment.
Yeah, great. And I guess a question I have is, if you could send one message to someone living with a disability today who hesitate about employment, what would it be?
Contact us, come and meet with us, and we'll show you around and show you what is possible. Just give it a go. One of the most common things I hear is how difficult it is just to get to the front door of a cafe, let alone anything else. There'll be their anxiety or whatever. But if you can overcome that, if you can get to the front door of the cafe, we'll give you a go, give you an opportunity.
Great. And
so as I say, if you need to, if you're interested, 8333 7270.
Yeah.
Or link into us via the orangebasket.com.au website.
Perfect. And for families and support coordinators listening who want to advocate for Orange Basket, what practical steps would you suggest they take? So if they want
contact me.
Yeah, contact
I think
you.
contact me.
And yeah, I'll pop all those details into the show notes.
All right. If they can contact me directly, either from my email or my mobile phone number, I'm happy to. Quite often I will send them information via email initially, so they have an understanding prior to meeting. But it's things go so much better for meeting face-to-face at a cafe. They can see for themselves. They can see the people working there. They can see it's a real open environment, fully supportive, and give them the confidence that they can refer their clients.
Yeah, perfect. And looking ahead, what's your vision for Orange Basket and the impact you hope to make in the next few years?
I'm hopeful of expanding right across metropolitan Adelaide. We're in discussion with other community organisations and companies to work in collaboration and run a cafe at their premises, as we have done with Second Chances, be the front door to their business as well. So we're looking to expand, particularly in the west and into the city, and hopefully eventually in time into the northern suburbs as well.
Yeah, wonderful. This brings us pretty much to an end, but is there anything that you want to share with the listeners that we haven't touched on?
We are a charitable organisation, so if you wish to donate, or you think that we're a worthy cause, all donations are tax deductible. Simply go onto our website, orangebasket.com.au, or ring us on 8333 7270, and we'll guide you to making a donation, or especially attendance at our fundraiser on the 3rd of June in the city. You'd be more than welcome.
Perfect. Well, that brings us to an end. Steve, thank you so much for your valuable time. I really appreciate you being here, and looking forward to catching up with you in person next time. Thanks.
Good on you. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Beyond the Boardroom. I'm truly grateful to have you here. So if today's conversation resonated with you, I'd love for you to follow the show, leave a review, or share it with someone who'd find it valuable. Your support helps us spread the message of purposeful, connected leadership even further. So until next time, take care, stay curious, and lead with heart.